Will you be the one to bring me happiness tonight? Chapter 6, The Rejection. The sound of music and bass reverberated throughout the bar. Bambi's table was full of old friends, surrounded by several empty liquor bottles, some standing, some lying down, amidst unfinished snacks. Bambi downed the whiskey in her glass in one go. A short cheer erupted around the table. All right. Why did you come back? Wasn't life abroad good? Isn't Thailand boring? One of her female friends asked loudly. Bambi laughed softly before slamming her glass down hard. Everywhere is boring, she said, her voice both mocking and self-deprecating. Another friend came and put an arm around Bambi's neck. Haven't seen you in so long, and you're still as sharp-tongued as ever. Didn't disappoint, really. Bambi raised her glass for a toast, shrugging it off as normal. Fine then, she turned to the remaining friends. Whoever gets drunk first pays for the whole table. She slammed an empty bottle on the table. She hadn't come here just to drink, something was bothering her. Here, at least, she still had a sense of self. The song changed. A woman walked past the tables. With the sudden spike of alcohol in her bloodstream, her vision blurred. Bambi turned and saw the woman's profile. She froze, her gaze snagging instantly. Prim. Faster than thought, her hand reached out to grab the woman's arm. But when the woman turned around, she found it wasn't Prim. Just someone who looked similar. Bambi froze. The smile she had maintained vanished for a moment before she let go and apologized. She turned back to laugh it off with her remaining friends, but her eyes were still filled with a hidden longing. Who did you think it was? A friend asked. Bambi shook her head. An old friend, she replied, deliberately hiding any trace of her yearning. People handle confusion differently. Some choose to sit still in a dark room. Some people like to talk and share their feelings. As for her, she preferred to hide these feelings alone, then cover them up by doing something extreme. I love this song. Bambi shouted before climbing onto the table. One hand held a liquor bottle, the other raised to the rhythm. All eyes turned to her. A bar staff came running over. Miss, you cannot stand on the table. Bambi just laughed loudly, dancing and swaying her hips to the music. She wasn't afraid of anything else tonight. The only thing she was afraid of was not seeing that person again. Miss, please get down. One staff member grabbed her hand. Bambi jumped down after finishing her dance and handed her credit card to her friends. Some made sour faces, but some were okay with her attitude. The staff looked at her with utter annoyance. Sorry, miss, but you've had a bit too much. A calm voice sounded from the side. Bambi turned to look and saw a petite woman, similar in size to her, but with a much calmer, more mature demeanor. The woman was in a bartender uniform, a name tag on her chest read Pro. To avoid disturbing our other customers, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Hey, are you serious? Bambi flared up, causing her friends to gather around. Pro crossed her arms, looking at her fearlessly. Bambi, who seemed completely drunk, took a deep breath and was about to explode, but her other friends ended up pulling her out. Enough for now, let it go. A few minutes later, she walked out with her friends, fuming. Damn, how dare she kick me out? Seriously, you went too far. Climbing on the table and dancing like that. Ah, we were just having fun. Bambi frowned, crossing her arms in frustration. You guys have all changed so much. All the friends looked at each other awkwardly. One of them finally spoke up. We're happy to see you, of course. But what? Bambi grew more irritated, seeing their hesitate.